Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do a book haul today. I'm going to actually have two in the next few days, or probably one today, and then one in a couple of days. I'm kind of behind on doing them. They've kind of been stacking up here, so I'm going to do two of them. So I have my May 2020 book haul part 2. I did have I filmed it at one point, and I think I lost the video when I stopped filming for a little while. I don't know what I did with it. So I'm going to redo that. So that is what I'm going to do here today. I think there's 8 books. So I bought quite a bit in May again. That was my birthday month, and I always buy a lot more than I normally do. Except when there's, library book sales. But since we're not having those right now. So I'm going to go through these. I didn't put these really in order, but the major theme in here is still from the Springathon. So I have quite a few books for next year if they do Springathon, as well as nature books that I want to get to. I have recently, in the last couple of years, actually picked up quite a few of those books and found them very fascinating. And so as I said, my collection has grown. So I'm going to go through these. So I picked up Walden by Henry David Thoreau. I have never read anything except for like a couple of snippets in college. It was never a focus of mine or a class that I had amount of it to read. So I don't know a whole lot about it except, it's one man's account of his solitary and self-sufficient home in the New England woods. And again, a lot of people talk about it. It's one of those books that I always wanted to read. I bought it in this orange one. I just wanted to try this different version of a Penguin classic. So I don't know. It's the only one I have like this. I have an older one from a different series that's kind of the same, but I don't know. Anyway, it's one to try. Again, it's a classic. I have lots of classics. And then I picked up 2 books that are in the series of a book, the same design, but they're by different authors. I picked up The Running Sky by Tim D. and Crow Country by Mark Crocker. These are I had A Sting in the Tail by Dave Golson that I read during Springathon, which I really enjoyed, and want to read more of his books. I think I had one of his other books ordered at some point. I don't remember what. Anyway, but this one's about crows in the UK, and then this is about birds and their migrations, I think over 40 years in this guy's life. Also in England. So anyway, going from there to Africa and back and stuff. So anyway, they're both about the same size as the Golson Sting in the Tail book. So they all look kind of the same. That one was kind of yellowy orange. So I'm not gonna get there's still 2 other books in the series, so there's 5 altogether. But one of them is H is for Hawk. By Helen McDonald, which I already own a copy. And then the other one is called A Bee Journal, and it was more poetry, I guess. So I'm probably not gonna get that. But at least I have 3 that are kind of matchy, even though they're different. Anyway, I don't usually buy them that way, but they were all kind of interesting. And I also got Buzz, The Nature and Necessity of Bees by Thor Hansen. And I bought this one because this is more of a US-centric bee book, because of The Sting in the Tail by Dave Golson was much more UK. I mean, it had some other places like France and New Zealand and Tasmania, but I wanted to read one I thought might be more because this guy's from Washington State, so we'll see. I've heard about this one, I just not a lot, but it's another bee book, so we're gonna try that. And then going into fiction, I got The Bees by Liliane Paul. Is it Liliane Paul? I don't remember how someone says that. Anyway, so this is a book, and it's about a bee and a worker bee, and her life. So I read a book many years ago called The Empire of Ants, I believe. I can't remember the author's name. But it focused on ants. And so I want to see, this one's sounds to me kind of the same kind of premise as going off of the bee following Flora 717, who's a sanitary bee, and the changes in her life when things happen. I'm not sure what. Considering the stuff I just learned about bees and A Sting in the Tail, I'm kind of interested to see how this goes. So I've heard good things about this, so I'm hoping I will enjoy that. I did get a classic, Hunger by Knut Hamsun, which is a Norwegian author. This was published first in 1890. And I don't know anything about this except I think somebody mentioned it at some point on some, I don't know, one of my comments. I think somebody mentioned it. I can't remember right now off the top of my head why I bought this right now. I had him listed as this book or Growth of the Soil, I think. I think he won the Nobel Prize for Literature, but so I think it's the other book. I don't think it's this one. It might be, maybe it's body of work. I don't remember. But anyway, so he's a Norwegian author. I wanted to read his work. And Hunger just sounds like it's not going to be fun. But I do want to try this. Let's see. I was trying to find the translator. Sorry, translated from Norwegian by Sverre Longsted. Something close to that. So anyway, it's pretty short, so I'm hoping to get to it at some point. And then I picked up a book that I read ebook early in May. I had to have a copy of it. It's Defy or Defend by Gail Carriger. This is her second in her Deliciously Deadly novels, which are talking about the women who were girls in the Finishing School series that she wrote. That's a YA series, which I enjoyed, but I passed on to my friends' kids because I wasn't going to reread them, but I love the characters, and again, because I love Gail Carriger's novels. So, but this one I bought on ebook, and then I read it in a day, and I loved it because again, it's a novella, but I really enjoyed this one. It's following Dimity, and she is thinking about getting out of her spy business because that's what them at this finishing school went to. She is, but she's not sure what she wants to, what's next, but she and her handler, or the one who's supposed to go and protect her, Crispin, they go to this hive and they're trying to find out why the queen is hiding, and it's all in chaos. And so they're going there to either decide if they have to destroy the hive and the vampires there, or if they have to help them recover. And so they go in, and it's just so cute. I love this book. Anyway, so I read it on ebook first, and then I have to have a copy of it. And so I got it from Borderlands. I saw Gail had put on something on, so they had her little bookmarks that came with it, and it is signed. So I had all the Finishing School books signed, but I'd given those away. So I do have a few other books that are, but it's kind of cool. So I got that. Anyway, so that one's the only one I've read. And then the last one was kind of, I don't even know who I saw this on, but I've been waiting, I kept watching the prices and it never dropped. And I finally ordered it, and then it didn't show up. It kept saying in process. And then finally, like a month and a half later, it's finally said, I canceled my order because it wasn't going to come through. And I'm like, okay. So then I went on to eBay and found a copy. And that is Shadow of the Moon by MMK. So this is a historical fiction. It follows, I think, a woman who is going out to India to, she's an heiress, and she's going out to marry her betrothed. And captain, I guess. I'm guessing the army. I'm not sure. It just says captain. He escorts her out there, and of course there's something going on between them, but it's like he knows that the man she's going out to marry is not a good guy. So I'm not quite sure what happens. I saw this somewhere and I've been eyeing it, so I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has read this. Let me know. I don't know. It's of course huge. Why do I keep picking up gigantic books? It's just over 600 pages. So I don't know. Anyway, let's here. Oh, of course I did them all the wrong way. But anyway, those are all, well, okay, they're still all wrong. Anyway, so those are all the books I bought in the second half of May for my May book haul part 2. So if you've read any of them, let me know. Or if anyone do you think I should pick up sooner rather than later, let me know. Anyway, did you get anything good in May? I know it was a while ago. My June book haul will be up soon. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.